And hello and good day to you all. This is once again the Recap from Mercury, our very own recap podcast where we delve into Mobile Suit Gundam, the Recap from Mercury. Brand new, very happy show. I'm Scott, and of course, I'm just here to push the buttons and get the conversation rolling, but we're all here for Jabman025. And this week, episode number 4. Number 4, The Unseen Trap, which is not like a Phantom Menace sort of thing. It's quite literally people can't see. But before we get to that part of the show, we will talk about the part where we pick up exactly where we left off last week with Suletta beating Ghoul, and we see that all the nitpickers were right, that the animators have gone back and fixed her win count, so it's just 1, not 2.
Somebody at the scoreboard wasn't paying attention. It's okay.
You know what? A clerical error at duel committee. That guy has been shot, probably.
It's the same guy who was making the giant feather, so they have to
Yeah,
keep him around.
they gotta keep him around. But we see Ghoul propose, and we see Suletta reject him so hard she jumps in the giant robot and flies away at top speed.
That was awesome. I was
That's
expecting a what? No, no. What are you talking about? But she's like, no, hell no, triple hell no, screw you, no, out, bye, gone.
just 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 like, the worst a girl can say is no until the girl
No,
says no really loud like 9 times on a live stream to the whole school and gets on her giant robot and leaves. This is the
right,
opposite of the Destiny Wedding Crashers episode. This is
right,
this
yeah.
is
This is
there is no wedding, there's no crashing, but there's still a robot.
right, and it's not a runaway bride. It's a runaway proposal. She's like, I just love the fact that she's like, no, hell no, what? No.
None of
I mean, she
this.
doesn't flip the bird, but she's like, no. She
Like, she
hops in
doesn't. She could have kicked up some dust that got in his face, just left him covered in
right.
dirt too.
I mean, I like to imagine she got in the Gundam as she's driving away. She's like, hell no.
Hell, just pause, do the
Right,
the skywriting before she gets into
right.
the tube that takes her back to the hangar bay.
She
Uh,
stops. She hooks up a banner to the back of the Gundam that says no.
and then again, the whole school is seeing this. We see everyone streaming the duel react to it. Great crowd shots. And then opening credits, which continue to be the opening credits. We get Jet Herc dealing with the board of his company, calling him out for being a bad dad and bad at cheating at duels. It's if your share price depends on a teenage boy and cheating at high school sports, maybe I don't know if you're running a company well. I think
Yeah,
that's my
the stock
theory.
market's stock market is pretty fickle. So that they're making more advanced mobile suits. Yeah. Are they selling? Yeah. Okay, that's good. Did the son of the leader lose a fight and no longer is the top fighter in their school? Yes. Sell, sell, sell.
Just like Space Jim Kramer banging things. It's
Space
it's
Jim Kramer.
yeah, Space Jim Kramer. Prospera shows up to be like, "Hey, remember how I blackmailed you? It was so great blackmailing you. Let's just make it totally clear what happened the past couple episodes. I'm still blackmailing you."
Right. Not
We
that we're gonna be subtle about it.
Yeah, nope, nothing along of that sort going on. We are then, I guess, jumping to the next day. We have a scene in a we have a bet on whether or not school happens in this school show. We have a scene in a classroom with a teacher. Does that count? Is
That
that our
counts.
line? Do we say that we
That
did
I
this?
called that as count. I wrote that down as class with teacher.
Yeah.
Like we were complaining about it. Where's the teachers? Where is the classes? Next episode. Okay. Well,
All right.
thank you.
So Jet Herc, having had his feelings hurt, goes back to being an asshole because
I,
He
I'll give him a
he
bit of a.
has one mode. He has one mode, I think.
Well, he's an asshole, but I will give him credit. He's a man of his word. He bowed. He made a formal apology. He could have been a dick about it, but no, he kept up his end of the bargain, even if he's an asshole.
He did not even do the "I'm sorry, your feelings were hurt" thing. Like there was no weaseling. He's like, "No, I treated you poorly. I wrecked your greenhouse. I'm sorry."
Right. He said, I apologize for my brutish behavior. I apologize for the damage caused to your greenhouse. My apologies. Like, for a guy with that much pride, that's some pretty nasty humble pie he had to eat there. And he's
Uh,
still a jerk, but at least he was a man of his word.
we also learned that the school uniform is holograms,
Mm.
LEDs. I don't know. You can press a button and it gives you the blinged out version.
Which begs the question, can I just like push random buttons and it turns into techno colors and
Yeah,
you
like
know
can I have this thing do like the dance party mode on my light bulbs where it just pulses
right.
red and
Boom,
purple
boom,
to
boom,
whatever I'm
boom,
listening
boom.
to?
Yeah,
Can
and you
can,
just
can
pull out a couple speakers, put out some techno music, and boom, 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 boom.
yeah. And why don't all and something I really like about the school uniforms on this show is that they're really functional. Like they're this functional unisex thing that it's like, yeah, you live in space, you can't wear a skirt, but everyone's wearing the same uniform. It makes
Yeah.
sense. But
Well, I thought that was
everyone
interesting too.
but every single
It,
character wears their uniform differently,
right.
and it gives them a lot
Based
of
on
identity.
certain body types and such. But yeah, I enjoyed the like. It isn't a male uniform. It's really a female uniform. But honestly, if you're in space, do you really care that much? No, it fits. It's
Yeah,
functional. Cool.
those are some good boots they all have. But it's like, okay, so we established that everyone's allowed to customize their uniform, and you have this button you can press that changes the color of your pants, but no one else has like changes the color of their pants. Is
Well,
this a
there's
rule
the
that is enforced by something other than challenging people to duels?
there's just some weird guy in the back who always wears hot pink pants to school every day, and they just ignore him.
The Simpsons mood pants that are always
Right?
shifted
Yeah.
colors.
Yeah. There's the one guy who always dresses in black. I mean, always, even like 100 degrees outside, always dresses in black, and he's always wearing a hoodie.
All right, and speaking of class, we are then at Mobile Suit Test time. Uh, this is also school. It's training for mobile suit piloting, and we see that okay, you have to run this drill where you dodge some mines and swap your gun out and shoot some stuff. And Suletta can't participate because she didn't read the manual and she didn't know she needed a spotter and tech support. So she just fails right out the gate.
Like,
And
do you think
then
someone would give her like a bulletin? Like, here's the boxes you have to check to pass this course.
yeah,
No, they just kind of like put her in the suit and go.
you think this discussion might have happened before she was standing on deck. Like,
Right.
hey, like just pre-flight checks. All right, Soletta, you're in your Demi trainer. Great. So who's your engineer on this? I need an engineer. Okay, you can retake this next week. We'll get you. You have to find an
Well,
engineer. This is your
well,
job.
my question is, they were in class earlier. Was nobody teaching this? Was nobody saying, okay, to pass your upcoming exam, here are the things you need to do. You need to have an engineer. You need to have a spotter. You need to accomplish this. You have to do it in a certain time limit. All that nonsense. Was
I
there
bet that
nobody that told
happened
her the
while she was in
parameters?
space jail, though. I'm willing to believe that
Okay.
lecture happened while she was in space jail.
Okay, I'm just saying.
I will believe that. So instead, we get to see Choo Choo, whose last name is Pan Lunch, which is
The most awesomely stupid name.
that's not even a Gundam name. That's a Dragon Ball name.
Oh yeah, Choo Choo Pan Lunch.
That
Uh,
that's a
s- uh,
that's a Dragon Ball character. Doctor Slump
must
maybe.
yeah, a distant cousin of Bulma Briefs. I don't know.
Yep. Uh,
To get go 100%. Before we go any further, can we get a little petty right here? We've talked about her hair last episode or a couple
oh
of
no,
episodes.
well this was going to be our controversy of the week was how her hair fits into a
Oh,
helmet.
I can believe her hair fits into the suit. My thing is, she takes the damn thing off and it's right back out again. I'm like, how?
That is I can't explain that. I mean,
Even like
I know of the
people on the International Space Station are looking at that going, what?
yeah. So as it turns out, she takes her run. Choo Choo has a customized demi trainer with extra greeblies, which is fun. I like the look of it. She's doing just fine, and then sabotage, y'all.
And uh, I don't want to jump ahead, but the girls who sabotaged were the same ones, or at least one of them was the spit in the other girl's rice a couple back, or spit or gum in the other girl's rice a couple episodes back. I
So these are
believe
just
one of them was.
these are just mean girls. They are mean
Okay.
girls in space.
Yeah. They're not Lindsay Lohan, but
They're
I'm sorry.
mean.
Moving on.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
I apologize.
No,
That
that's
sounded
fine.
funnier in my head.
That's fine. So here we are. So yeah, and Choo Choo realizes that she has been sabotaged with some sort of time delay paint that doesn't make any sense why you would have it, but it exists, and I'm fine with it.
It's the ink from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah,
Disappearing, reappearing ink.
there we go. So yeah, Choo Choo, because of the sabotage, she flies. She's Choo Choo is like Buddy Rich when she flies off the handle, and just just flips out.
I mean, she isn't cursing, but it's one of those things. Once they drag her off screen, you know every other word is a curse word,
Yeah. So
and
we are
she's making up new ones.
whole new ones. We then see Suletta trying to recruit people, but either everyone she's asking is like, I don't want Jetter to be mean to me, so I won't help you. And so Nika, who is our girl, our best girl, we like her very much. She's like, okay, we'll help you, cause you need it, and we're nice, and you don't seem to care that we're from Earth. And then
And then she goes to House Gryffindor. I mean Earth, and
I don't know if they're I think they're Hufflepuffs. I think these are the Huffles.
fine, but yeah, but she goes to House Hufflepuff, Earth, Slytherin. Who cares? Point is, she goes to them, and they agree to help her. And I like that they gave Choo Choo a little bit of backstory and that she's an Earther too. And she has all these, I don't know if they're relatives, but definitely friends in her guild. I believe they said she was a craft operator.
Yeah,
So maybe she's from a family of craft operators. I'm guessing like that's the modern day version of forklift drivers.
yeah. I
And they
think
real
she drives the cubes from last
right,
week.
yeah. But she is. They really hammer home that no, Earthlings or the people who are left on Earth, or anyway, were the people who built everything that got everything into space. And once all the rich were in space, they basically said, "Sucks to be you guys." And they're constantly rioting and trying to say, "No, we deserve more money, more wages, more." And the giant mobile suits are like, "Here's a big gun pointed at your face.
Yeah,
Get back to work."
just a 50 mil canister round of tear gas.
Right.
Like,
They're
oh, that like
they're fire, they're firing tear
that's
gas
banned.
jars.
The Swiss banned that shit 100 years ago, didn't they?
Right. Like it's like, well, the tear gas canister is the size of a gasoline trailer truck. I'm like, I think that's a bit overkill, guys.
That's a lot. Well, and then we get the news report where it's like, oh yes, the police seized these weapons, and there's 3 umbrellas in there.
Right.
It's like it's very much
They,
the
they,
2019 Hong Kong protests where it's like, oh yes, we found these 3 Molotovs that might not even be the right proof, and these umbrellas that they were gonna storm the government offices with.
no. We found these weapons. We are still on the hunt for the penguin.
Yes, yes, the penguin is behind it all.
Quack,
Um,
quack, 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 quack.
so Choo Choo. So we're introduced to the entire cast membership of Earth House,
Oh,
including a goat.
screaming goats. No, I love that they just say there's a goat. Nobody explains why.
Like
Nobody
there's a
gives.
cow, a goat, and a chicken next to each other. There's
Like,
no rationale. It's just that no, that's the goat, and we all like the goat. His name is
like,
Biko.
right.
Geeko.
Like, it's like Well, I guess going back to the Hogwarts, every house has its mascot. I guess Earth House mascot is the goat.
I
Now,
we have a new. Seeing as how the school bet is closed, I have a new bet. Someone is going to steal that goat as some sort of pre-tournament ritual. Like somehow,
and
somehow,
if these,
Elon has to steal the goat before the Space Bowl.
oh, so this is Monsters University all over again.
Yeah,
Cool. If that goat does not scream, not no, scream, scream, we have made a mistake with our lives.
yeah.
I want to hear
So
that goat scream.
the internet did us a favor and pointed out that like the Suletta meeting the goat is like a shot-for-shot recreation of Amuro meeting a goat in the Doen movie,
Right.
which is fun.
Okay, so we're waiting for someone to throw a real rock.
Someone's gonna throw a rock. Choo Choo will throw a rock.
Oh, she threw a rock.
She throws something, I'll tell you that. Uh,
Yeah.
Choo Choo shows up as Suletta's making friends and setting up her crew, and Choo Choo's like, "No, you suck. You're the worst. I hate you. Everyone's bad." So Suletta's starting to freak out a little. Elan volunteers to help and invites her into his house, and Mirren shows up. It's like, "No, they're gonna steal me. They're trying to steal me by being nice to you. So we can't do that. I will do two jobs for you, even though I don't like you, don't care about anything in the future, and I'm gonna run away any minute."
just a tad Tsundere. It's okay.
It's
Uh,
yeah,
just a little bit.
just
We're
a
not being
bit.
subtle anymore. We're not being subtle anymore. But no, I like that. Two things I noticed. Elon, I thought he was just like a background character. Something's up with that guy. He is waiting for something.
This dude has a backstory, and we're
Right,
gonna
and we don't
find
know
out
it yet.
all about it.
Right, and this is like I have a sneaking suspicion he might be our, I don't want to say Lala character, but the person who doesn't look all that powerful but really is.
He's gonna
And
have
he's just
something
sitting
going on.
he's sitting back and observing and he's waiting for something to happen. We'll see what. Maybe he's my current theory, and this could be complete nonsense, is he's another Gundam pilot. He was sent there to observe what happens with Suletta. That's why he knows it was a Gundam.
Maybe,
But
maybe
we'll
he's
see.
just maybe he's just savvier. So
Or
we're
maybe he
then
escaped from a Kingdom Hearts game. I'm not sure.
who knows? We get to see Mirren's room, which is also a functioning greenhouse and full of trash. Oh
Oh,
yeah,
also, we can laugh the fact that she said she took over the previous administrator's head office. I'm like, okay, now you're just flexing a little bit. Knock it off.
that's a flex. Like I'm curious what Suletta's dorm looks like, but this is okay. We see
Also, they talk. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, Suletta explains that she's just here to learn enough so that she can maybe build a school back on Mercury, so people will start moving to Mercury again, because I guess Mercury's maybe a space rust belt town now.
Mm, perhaps. At least that's the. I think that's what Mom has told her she's there for.
I think
It's like
that's what
you're
she
there.
wants. That's what she wants. Mom wants, a roaring rampage of revenge.
Right, and she's going to get it, but Soletta may not be the one who's going to do it for her.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like that. That's kind of what gets Choo Choo on her side eventually. She learns, like, okay, she's trying to make things better back for her hometown in Mercury. I'm trying to make things better for my hometown back on Earth. We're similar in that respect.
Yeah. We have learned something. Uh, yeah, we are then so we jump ahead. Everyone crams. Well, Soletta crams basic mobile suit operations. Mio has already read the manual for both jobs in half the time. There we go. Mio and Choo Choo get in a fight about how no, if you're mad at Spacians for how they treat you, you are all just as bad as them. And I'm like, both you bitches need to learn about intersectionality, but that's beside the point. Suletta gets to run the test as many times as she wants to, even though she too has been sabotaged the same way.
Is it coming? We're almost there. We're almost there.
And then, she
Well,
breaks down
before we get
halfway.
there,
She gets to the
before we
she
get
get
there,
yeah go.
before we get there, she she breaks down. She loses all her confidence. She starts sobbing, and she says, "I want to go home. I'm done." I mean, like, think about the week she's had.
Okay,
Think about how like
this is a
this is
very
like the worst. This is like nightmare level stuff. First day of school. This is stuff when you were a kid. You're worried about going back the first day of school. This is every single nightmare you could have
no
happening.
nobody likes me. I get into a fight with the most popular boy. I get thrown in space jail. I have to go to class having missed 4 days of lessons. No one will tell me what's going on. I have to take a test, and I'm in the middle of a test, and I forgot my pants. Forgot my pants. I mean, my face is covered in ink, and I can't see. And
And
she,
and people are literally over on the sidelines laughing at me. I mean that it's gone about as bad as it can. And
this,
and there, she's having to retake it over and over again, and she knows she's hosed. And finally, it happens. The girls are over there on the sideline laughing. One of them is the same bitch who spit in her food in a couple episodes back, or spit in another girl's food. And they're laughing, they're high fiving, they're having a good. Choo Choo drives her uh, suit over there, gets out of the suit, and I fully expect she's going to walk up there and give him a piece of her mind. No, she gives him a piece of her fist. She goes all one punch man on her ass and
oh,
knocks that bitch out.
someone's head about to be weighed down by gravity. It is.
I I was
It is
literally
one of the
sitting at my table.
most satisfying punches. It's the
Yes.
most satisfying punch you could see all year, I think.
And the best thing is well, there's two girls. She knocks out one with one punch. That girl does not move for the rest of the episode. As far as we know, she's still on those stairs.
Oh God, she has a concussion.
She may wake up in she may wake up 4 episodes from now going, "What the hell happened?" In fact, I hope that's what happened. She just stays on those stairs permanently as a background item.
Oh, just skip ahead to season 2, episode
Right,
episode
she
15
wakes
in
up
6 months, and she
and
finally
she wakes
pops
up.
back up.
It's like, what the hell happened? And the colony's on fire. Holy shit! That was a hell of a punch. But no, after she knocks her flat, Suletta and everyone else come over and try and break up the fight between the other girl. In the process, the other girl throws a wild punch and hits Suletta in the face. Doesn't knock her out. But Choo Choo then gets her one punch man back on, and we don't see what happens to her. And I hope we never see her again. I just am going to assume she was like blown apart like a one punch man punch. She's just
Oh,
gone.
it would seem that someone in the chat, Mr. Otaku Builder, was waiting for us to talk about the punch because he has just dropped us a tenner with an interesting little sticker attached to that. Someone
Oh,
got
yes,
wrecked.
Otaku. He got that was. Thank you, Otaku Builder. That's very appreciated.
Ten
But
bucks is
oh,
$10,
that
and we
was.
like that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Appreciated. Always like the tip jar. But yes, that. Ooh, that was good. That was
So
good.
good.
I put it on. Somebody edited in. I put it on my Twitter feed. Someone edited in the Windows shutdown sound after the punch. With a boom. Dun 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 dun.
Oh, yeah.
And she is just on that stair. She does not move during the rest of the fight. You know, they pan Suletta C in the fight, and she's like, "Oh, I better get over there." And her mech slowly walks over. That girl is still on the stairs, like done.
Just gone. Good night, nurse. And then we find out that, yeah, okay, both girls still have to take the test again, but
Yeah, well,
presumably there won't be as much paint on their robots. But everyone's
and I get.
friends, and Suletta can join, and Mio can join Earth House.
Well,
And
as someone who's a teacher, I'm like, okay, that was kind of fun, but don't they get the tension? That's like a fight. I guess the
well,
teacher's like, the bitch deserved it.
I think this is one of those things they let the dueling sort out, right?
I guess, yeah.
If when when that first girl wakes up, she's gonna demand satisfaction,
Yeah, I guess.
and Choo Choo's
Like,
just gonna laser her face off.
right. But she's gonna go, I demand satisfaction. Okay, you get to fight. You get to fight Choo Choo. Choo Choo, what do you want to fight in? Bare knuckle brawl. Little girl, I'm out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I believe you said it on Twitter. One does not fuck with Choo Choo.
You just don't fuck with Choo Choo.
I mean, what was her full name again? Choo Choo.
Choo Choo Lan, Choo Choo Ran.
Choo Choo Lan Better, I think. What?
Yeah, I will double check. Yeah. Oh, Chwaturi Pan Lunch.
Chwaturi Panland. Okay. Here, you were talking about getting merch for the podcast. Here it is. Name of the podcast on the front, on the back. Choo Choo Patwari. Don't fuck with her.
Oh yeah. And so yeah, and then we get our end credits. No bonus scene afterwards, but again, nice bit of art. Uh, again, this episode, it's a little bit of world building, a little bit of the bigger plot moving, but it's mostly just about getting our supporting cast in place. I mean, we get the
Yeah.
names and a bit of personality from everyone in Earth House. They seem fun. They seem like they'll be a bunch of support guys. You have a goat.
I did. I would. The goat is always a plus. You add a goat to something, everything gets better. But no, like before that last couple minutes, I was like, this was pretty good. I mean, it wasn't anything to write home about, but it's good world building. We need
It,
to, it's
it,
only
it
episode 4.
it's a high
We need
school
to establish
show.
who does what.
We got
Right.
some high school show stuff.
We need each category to be filled, and we have. But that punch, if this series sucks from this point forward, that is one of the greatest punches in the history of Gundam. Right now, the bright slap is like, damn.
Like the bright slap, judo.
The bright slap is the bright slap, the judo chop, all that is
Well,
done.
I'm thinking of
It's now
judo
the
taking it to Wong. That's one of the really satisfying ones. But
No, this punch, that will, we don't, like, I want the gif of the punch. Like, the punch where she knocks her out was good, but the punch where she punches at the camera is like, choo-choo punch.
yeah, this episode, directed by Shoji Ikeno, who is again younger. We're seeing a lot of young talent on this show. Ikeno, you might recall from a bunch of single episodes of Build Fighters Try, bunch of single episode of Divers Re-Rise, couple episodes of IBO Season 2, few more episodes in that Warrior of the Borderline thing, last season's Sunrise show I didn't watch. But nah, he showed off. That's one for his resume for sure.
That was a thing of beauty. I
Yeah.
mean, the first, what was it, about a 20-minute episode? First 18 minutes, good, solid episode, nothing to write home about. You, sir, have planted a moment in the Gundam lore, all series, Mike. Well, from this point forward, to talk about, yeah, the bright slap, yeah, the kick. The big, all the punches from G Gundam. I'm not sure any of them hold a candle to Choo Choo knocking that bitch out, because damn, that was fun.
Yeah. If they can give me one fun thing in an episode, I will be so happy. All right,
Yeah.
so just absolutely great. I don't think I have anything else to say about this episode. Do you?
Nope, I think we covered it. That was a fun episode.
All right, so our controversy of the week. Now, this was
Dum dum dum.
this was something that was very hotly speculated in the fandom. It related to Choo Choo, and that was, how does she wear a helmet with hair like that? And
Man.
I saw many artist renderings of modified helmets that had like little ports to let the pom poms out.
Well, I can see her like
helmets
folding
that
them.
had helmets that had pom pom attachments.
There's one of two ways that this happened. She's able to slick them back, and somehow just like amazing hairspray takes it off and It comes right out of it.
There's
Or
something. There's something in that cap. There is some high-tech thing in her cap.
or remember, everyone is a cyborg in this series, or could be. Maybe the head is steel, and she just screws them in.
Oh, those could be bolt-ons.
Right.
We
They
do
could
see
be.
her in her pajamas though, and she's just wearing like an oversized nightcap to hold it all in. So I don't know if I don't know if that holds up.
Well, that begs the question. Forget the suit. How do you sleep like that?
Well, she has the oversized nightcap.
I mean, you've got your own built-in pillow.
So yeah, I saw so many fan interpretations of how she could wear a helmet, and to have an answer this soon might be ruining the fun for some people.
I'm just convinced the hair gives her. She's like Samson. The more hair, the more power. The net punch. Damn.
Just dang, yo. Yeah. All right. So if that is it for this week, I want to thank you all for listening. If you would be so kind as to leave a comment, hit like, share, subscribe, do that. This also goes out as an audio feed. It's slightly modified, remastered, recut. Sounds a little nicer, a little more thorough. It has my taste in music attached to it as well. But until next time, we will be back with episode 5, Reflection in the Icy Eye. Have a good one.
Adios.